In this part 2, let's take a look at dual axis charts where we could plot a bar and a line together or two lines together. So let's get into Tableau. Here is an example of a dual axis chart that shows both sales and profit. So let me start from scratch and show you how this view is built. So I'm going to start by plotting on sales, and then since I used segment there, so here is how it looks. So now I want to plot a profit also. By default, I just double click and it is adding to the bottom as we have discussed in the last video. The simplest way to put this into a dual axis is right click and then change it, select this option called dual axis. So look at what changes are happening. So first, so as expected, the profit axis came to this right hand side, and then measure names has come here, this time in color, in the all combined thing, so that in both cases they are updated. So whatever appears in all will also appear in both cases, as we have seen. So the measure names is here. If you want, we could remove this. In that case, everything looks the same. So it is a sensible thing what Tableau has done. Since we have two different numbers with different axes, if Tableau has chosen bar, it will not display sales at all unless we highlight this. We will not be able to see. So Tableau has also sensibly selected the automatic as a circle, which is also very sensible, right? So far whatever Tableau has done is good. So what other choices do we have? So as I said in the earlier video, we could synchronize these two axes. So sorry, you have to click here and then synchronize the axis here, so that we would be able to see things. These are the things that you could do. You could change one of them to for example bar, and another one to a line. For example, sales, let's make it a bar, and then profit, let's make it into a line. So these are the possibilities. Yeah, and then you could also move things around. So now this the profit is hidden at the back side. So now if you wanted to bring to the forefront, that is how you would do. So these are the possibilities. So this line, for example, profit one, let's make the line with the dots so that we are able to see the dots clearly. So these are the things with respect to dual axis chart. So if you don't want to use this right click, so what other ways? So the ways are, so let's get started again from the beginning. So I'm also going to get rid of all of this. This is the default chart. So I'm gonna get profit again. So instead of double clicking, what I could do is I could drag and drop it. When you see basically on the right hand side, this single ruler kind of icon with this dotted black line. What Tableau is telling you is it is going to draw an axis there. Remember, our green ruler means axis. So Tableau is telling previously, now we have an axis here on the left hand side. If you drop it on the right hand side, I'm going to draw an axis there. So what happens if I drag it here? So nicely Tableau is telling, I already have an axis here. Are you sure you want to draw one more axis here? That means I'm going to plot two things. So very nice way to tell you what Tableau is intending to do. So the left side will create this side by side bar, which is the other alternative. The right side will give us the dual axis. Let's focus on the dual axis now. So now we got both profit and sales, everything is good. So now the only problem is, so because it is bar, so yeah, so now it is automatic. So this makes sense. The sizes is a little bit bigger. Maybe we can make it a little bit smaller, so we are able to see. So those are the two ways to get this dual axis. Yeah. So if you do not want measure names, for example, once you have done this, this is in bar and this is in line, let's say, then you do not really want this measure names giving you a different color, you could actually change it. But in all cases, I would recommend keeping it because it gives a clear distinction of what is plotted where. So that's all with respect to dual axis charts. So with knowing dual axis charts, you could combine, you could generate both this as well, this. So the thing about why is this dual line disabled? If you read below, so Tableau is saying for dual lines, it needs at least one date. So that is one of the requirements that we already know. Whenever a date is involved, a line will be drawn, and vice versa. Whenever you need to draw a line, so you need a date as well. So if I have, instead of segment, then I bring order date. Now you could see both. This is this is enabled, dual lines is enabled. So if I just click on this now, so let's see what Tableau has done. It is the same thing. So both are, everything is put into automatic line mode, and then it's the dual axis. The axis is not synchronized. Profit is going from 0 to 90,000. So we would like to see profit on the right hand side, so that we see sales first and then profit. Yeah, so these are the things that you could do with respect to understanding dual lines, dual axis concept. In the next video, let's come back to this original thing, side by side bar, side by side circle, and how to do that.